welcome to this week's episode. Another week in lockdown, and we're doing our best to keep our mindsets positive. We've ramped up our exercise. We've also ramped up the Weber with some deliciously good caravan cooking.
That's right. We've tried our hand at some new recipes this week, haven't we, Jasper? We've done ANZAC Biscuits,
The chef.
which were delicious and interesting. And Paul plates up an awesome, fresh, local Tasmanian salmon.
Yummo, you'll love it.
So good. Plus, we get our DIY on. I'm going to show you how to make up your own super quick, super easy, super safe for the whole family to use hand sanitizer.
Now, if you are like us and you are starting to daydream, think about where can I actually travel when these restrictions are lifted, we have saved the best till last. Stay till the end, because this week's Feel Good Throwback is the island picture perfect paradise getaway of Great Keppel Island.
Oh, take me there right now. We hope that you and your family are safe and well.
Yeah.
Look after yourselves and stay happy, healthy and hopeful.
This ISO breaker is called ANZAC Biscuits, and we're cooking them on the Weber. And here's all our ingredients.
Here is all of our ingredients.
Very good, Jasper.
We found a delicious recipe, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So it's from the Woppa Chef, and we're hoping it's going to be super easy and super delicious. So we are going to start with 1 cup of flour. Now, Mummy has already measured out the 1 cup. Do you want to carefully tip that flour into there? That's it. Perfect.
Can I stir now?
Well,
go
you
for it.
sure can. Yummy. We love oats, don't we? What is it?
Coconut!
Coconut.
After, can I stir?
Yeah, and you can tip it back in as well. I mean, good in. That'll be nice and sweet. We might add a little bit less. Okay, so we're going to mix in these dry ingredients. You're doing a great job there, Jasper.
Thanks, Mum. It's a bit tight.
Okay, now we've got our baking tray lined with baking paper here, and Paul has been preheating the Weber for us. So it's on a medium heat. It's been preheating for 10 minutes, and we've got the trivet in there. So we're going to place our baking tray on the trivet, and that'll allow the heat to circulate all around and hopefully not burn the bottom of our bickies. What do you think? Should we have a little taste test? All right. Right here, have a little bit. Jasper's going to try some before they've been in the oven and see if they're any good. Are they good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now, Jasper, what we're going to do is we've got to roll them into balls. Okay, now we've made our little bicky balls, and what we have to do now is actually just give them a little squish with the back of a spoon to flatten them out and hopefully get that really nice ANZAC shape when they're cooking in the Weber. Now we're going to give them to Daddy, and he's going to perform magic on the Weber.
Oh, how good do they look. The truth will be in the testing, or the tasting I should say. Yummo. Cheers. Oh, you're already in.
Cheers.
All right, the taste test. Oh,
Now, yeah.
a little bit burnt. We actually flipped them over halfway through.
They good, Reef?
But they look good on that side. Look at that. How do they taste?
Yum. Oh.
Oh, they're crunchy.
I mean, they taste delicious.
Mm.
Maybe
They-
just a little bit of lower heat for a little bit longer
Less sugar.
would be the trick. Oh, that is a point I'd like to make. I think you could easily halve the sugar in that recipe and still have a deliciously sweet biscuit. So we'll definitely try that next time, I think. Hey.
Yes, we will.
Now,
So, there. This icebreaker is called Peg Hoots.
Peg hoops. All right, go. Yes. Bit higher. Oh, Jasper, good shot. Oop. A little bit higher. Oh. Yes. Oh.
good job, guys.
That is Jasper having his day sleep on our bed when he's meant to be in his own bed. Having a little bit of a spoil today. So, been asked for a little bit of real life, real van life. Their dishes. Doesn't always look as good as the caravan tour. My glasses snapped. Struggle's real, people. That's right, I'm going to have to Google that. Hopefully I can try and get some replacements because I am editing the next episode. And wifey, what are you doing?
What I love to do more than anything.
Work?
Well, I'm having a moment to myself. I'm reading
Oh, sorry.
one of my favourite books.
Ooh.
It's not a novel, but I do love reading this book, and it's full of amazing recipes. I'm actually going to make up a hand sanitizer because...
You can do it for us?
Yeah, sure. We need more because we're using it like every 5 minutes at the moment. And I also don't like buying the store-bought hand sanitizers when we can quickly and easily make one up at home with products that love us as much as we love them. So
Cool.
let's do it. It's so easy. It's such a good recipe. So basically I am going to be using On Guard essential oil. It's a beautiful blend, doTERRA blend of essential oils. We love this for so many different uses, but it's great. It's the champion of this. I'm going to pop in a little bit of aloe gel. This
The
is
champion. Oh, like that.
Hopefully there's some like really good music under this segment. Some aloe gel. Now this is the only one that Paul could find at the pharmacy the other day, but there are some other really fantastic options that you can get for aloe gel in bigger packs and from the health food store or the pharmacy. So
Is that a good one? Did I do like...
Yeah, it's just small. You can buy it more cost effectively in a bigger
right.
one.
Got it.
Which will probably save you some pennies as well if you're using it, and it's beautiful. So great for your skin, really lovely for moisturizing, and if you're like us at the moment and you're washing your hands 500,000 times a day, they can start to feel a bit, how's you going? So this is awesome for that. And water, that's it. Super hard recipe. I'm not even going to measure. You can find recipes online that will give you, you know, use a tablespoon of this and a whatever of that. I'm not going to. These are actually just some old spray bottles from doTERRA On Guard hand sanitizers that we've used, and I'm in between orders with them, so hence why I'm making up my own. A really good squirt of aloe gel, essential oil. So I've just put in 20 drops, thereabouts anyway, and then top it up with water. I'm hoping my little funnel will work so that I don't make a huge mess. And hopefully I've left enough room in there for my spray bottle topper. Give it a little shake. Now look, you can add in there some witch hazel. You could add in a little bit of vodka or rubbing alcohol. We prefer not to. We just like to use it as it is, and it's also a lot friendlier for little hands with this recipe. And then look, easy as. Sanitized hands. Shopping trolley, here we come. How easy is that? I mean, seriously. So I'm going to do one for the handbag, one for the car, and I've got another bottle, so I might make up one just for here in the caravan. But there you go, that's it. Can't get any easier than that.
Cool. Clever wifey. Caravan cooking, here we are again. Last week we had the Aussie beer damper. How did you go? We got some incredible comments, some great feedback. We'd love to see some pictures though. We need the proof in the pictures, so make sure you send them in. This week we're going to do a super simple but absolutely delicious salmon. We're using Tasmanian salmon from literally, it's just out the front here. We're also going to accompany that with a broccolini, and we're going to do something a little bit different. Add some chili to that, olive oil, a little bit of onion powder. It is going to be the perfect dish, I hope. Let's see how we go. Okay, preheated the Weber on full heat, and I'm not going to touch that. We actually want this to be at, I think it's around 260 degrees at its highest temperature. We preheated it for almost 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes should be enough. The salmon itself is maybe going to take about 7 minutes to cook. But with the broccolini, you want to put that on first, okay? Good tip here. Get that on for about 4 minutes. Set yourself a timer, and then you're going to turn that over and then put the salmon skin side down first. Look, depending on how hot you get your grill, you can definitely put it down flesh first, but it can stick. So skin side down first is our tip. That's the way we do it, and it works every time. Okay, as we said, skin side down. Perfect. 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. Time to flip the salmon. Give it a little wiggle. time to take the broccolini off. We are here on the blissful, Great Keppel Island, staying in the holiday village run by an incredible host, Jeff Mercer, and I think it's fair to say I don't ever want to leave.
No, we will definitely be overstaying our welcome, I'm sure.
We've already extended our stay by a night, and if we didn't have to actually get back to the mainland and hitch up Orange, I think we just keep staying.
Well, I think so. I think we would probably just become part of the furniture. In actual fact, I think many people across the years have done that. Jeff and his wife Diana have been on the island and owned and operated the holiday village for over 40 years.
Wow.
So they are the epitome of what it means to live an island life.
Yeah.
And many people have come and gone, and I'm sure overstayed their welcome as much as we have, or maybe more.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, there's been major resorts here, lots of different operators over the year that have come and gone, but these guys absolutely have nailed what they, I think, present as budget boutique accommodation. I mean, we're staying in this Dolphin cottage, a 2-bedroom cottage. It is what you picture when you think of a perfect beach shack, nestled in nature.
Everything that you need. And what is so fantastic about the holiday village is the atmosphere. It is a must unwind. It is a slow down.
You can hear it in our voices.
The moment that you arrive on the island, though, don't you? I mean, it just...
Absolutely. Well, the sand, I mean, it is postcard, picture perfect images as well. You've got that squelchy sand that I believe has this higher silica content, which makes it look whiter, brighter, and it makes it squeak, which I love.
The water is crystal clear. I mean, Great Keppel is one of 16 islands that makes up the Keppels, and they form part of the southern Great Barrier Reef. So everything that the reef has to offer is here, a 35-minute ferry ride from Yeppoon Marina. Isn't
that incredible? It's so accessible that you can actually come here in what is a World Heritage listed area, green zone for your wildlife. I mean, what an abundance of life, marine life that we saw out there this morning. We were VIP'd, I feel, by Jeff, who I think... It wouldn't matter who comes here. He is the perfect host, isn't he? He took us out in the boat. We went snorkeling. Even Jasper tried his hand at snorkeling. Hey, guess what? Yeah. It's not okay, Keppel Island.
Great Keppel Island! Mummy!
Woo!
He did.
So good.
For about 30 seconds, but that was awesome that he gave it a go.
It was a step in a pretty amazing direction for him to have that experience, and then to scoot around the island and see all these, literally, I mean, there's one beach we saw, it was called Secret Beach, and there's not a single soul around. That's what I think I loved, was that you can choose a new view or a new aspect of this island environment at any given time of the day, and feel like you are, Robinson Crusoe, castaway on your own little island paradise. Just incredible.
How cool is this?
Only take us to the good spots, Jeff.
Yes, I know.
I've been really fortunate to get some incredible drone footage over the last couple of months while we've been traveling around. But this is incredible. I don't think I've realized how beautiful Great Keppel Island was going to be until we got here, and it is truly, I don't know why we worry about going overseas to these tropical islands and these tropical paradises when it's right on our doorstep. I mean, this place is incredible.
I have a perception of the island that the island's probably a place where people can come to be nurtured, and even though we're only 14 k's out to sea and there's a couple of ferries a day, where I think you can disconnect, slow down to the speed of life. I think there's something, whether it's about islands or that land, is that the land does some healing. It's amazing how many people come back every year and they extend it by a couple of days. Keppel House, which is a 10-minute walk from the village on the southern end of Fisherman's Beach, that's probably our most booked out. It's a 2-storey shack, and then you come back into the village and we've got a cottage which will sleep 5. We have 2 cabins that'll sleep 4, and they're a large cabin with bathrooms, and then we have 7 tents which are doubles and twins, and we have a few rooms for travellers that might be travelling the world. We're a bit of a space where you can slow down. People often say, "Oh, we are backpackers," and I go, "No, we're not, but we do take humans with backpacks," and there's a big difference in that, you know. So we take about 30 guests. We could take 50, but we choose not to. I guess with the island, after having 40 years there, I mean, I went there and thought it blew me out of the water. The beaches are uniquely perfect. I mean, I often joke that they haven't had to be changed by a bulldozer to be perfect. They just are perfect. And there's just something about, even in our village, I'll take it that far to say that you can walk on down village and it feels special. People are treated well, their names are remembered. People often go, "Geez, you remember everyone's name?" I go, "It was the first gift you were given, really, you know, your name, so it's worth remembering, you know." You take someone, you get their shoes off them on the beach, they literally get grounded, you know. Yeah, so I think on some level we do a lot of healing with people in the village, but we're not wearing white coats and we're not doing massages and we're not doing all those various disciplines. We're just allowing people to be in a space, have a cup of tea, go to the beach, have a swim, come back, sit around and just be normal.
It really caters for the traveller who is looking for a very simple experience. Yeah. That doesn't mean that it's not a wonderful experience. It's just, it's not fancy, it's comfortable, and I think what it does is place the emphasis on the environment that you're in and not the 4 walls that you're staying in.
It is. It's not certainly not a 5-star resort, but it gives you a 5-star experience, I think is fair to say.
Absolutely.
Because of the environment. I mean, there's everything from your native gum trees to these beautiful palm trees, and then all that sand, and you're literally a couple of 100 metres from your choice of perfect picture perfect beaches. Wow.
It's in a pretty amazing place, and it's really accessible. You know, if you love a bit of space, it's the place for you. You know, and where you can just be yourself.
So there's no major facilities on the island as far as groceries or supplies goes, but what's fantastic is that you can bring everything that you need with you across on the ferry. You can even do an online grocery shop in your poon from the major supermarkets and have it delivered to the ferry for the time of your departure, which is fantastic. So fully self-catering. There is, however, the Hideaway Resort just next door, and they do have a cafe restaurant open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, so you can get meals there as well. We've opted to do a little bit of both. We brought groceries over for many of our meals and have also popped across next door for a couple of dinner and lunch options as well, which has been great.
It was really good for us to sit down and actually plan out our meals before we came. Although we have slightly extended our stay because we didn't want to leave, so we'll be at the restaurant again tonight, which is fantastic because you can literally sit there with this incredible world-class view, and Jasper can play in the sand dunes while you're sitting there enjoying, you know, the sunset. It's incredible. I mean, I love that we walk out of here and it's, oh, who's got the keys? There aren't any keys. Which is just, it's certainly just a different pace, and it's a different way of feeling, and it's a different way of thinking, and I love it.
It's a refreshing change.
It is.
From the normalness of everyday life.
Jeff has created an environment here that not only helps you to connect back with nature, but it is an environment that is geared towards a traveller that is concerned about their own impact. You know, it's really about coming here, connecting back to nature and embracing an environment that can sustain and help promote a better world.
I think a lower temperature next time, maybe a little bit longer in the weather on a much lower temperature might help it awful. Sorry.
They're really good.
Bum bum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, bow bow. Sorry.
If you're looking for something to choke on, try our recipe.